The first modern sanitary landfill was created in California in 1937, and since then they've appeared all over the world. The act of burying garbage is the oldest method of controlled waste disposal, and is still the most popular method used. They are a necessary part of our lives. But what impact do landfills have on the environment? What would be the economic effect if we completely eliminated them and recycled everything? Can you even imagine what the world would look like if we didn't have these places where we dump and dispose of all the garbage we produce? The disposing of waste has a huge environmental impact and causes serious problems. Some of the waste we bury will eventually rot, but not all of it will, and in the process it generates methane gas, an explosive greenhouse gas which just adds to global warming and it causes pollution. When organic materials such as food scraps and green waste is put in landfills, it is generally compacted down and covered. This process removes the oxygen and causes it to break down in a way which eventually releases methane gas. And because methane gas is flammable, this creates an immediate problem, as if it is allowed to build up in concentration, it becomes very dangerous. Methane, as a greenhouse gas, is 21 times more powerful than carbon dioxide. The implications of global warming and climate change are enormous. But the problem doesn't stop with methane gas being released into the atmosphere. Many materials that end up as waste contain toxic substances, and over time, these toxins leach into the soil and groundwater, polluting them. Electronic waste is a brilliant example of this. Waste such as televisions, computers, and other electronic appliances contain a massive list of hazardous substances such as mercury, arsenic, PVC, solvents, acid, and lead. These toxins don't just affect the environment, they affect your health as well. When fluorescent lights are broken, the mercury they contain can vaporize, and inhaling even a small amount of this vapor can cause damage to the kidneys, cause respiratory failure, or if it's a high enough dose, death. Household cleaning chemicals often make their way to landfills as well as electronics, and the mixture of chemicals like bleach and ammonia can produce toxic gases that significantly impact the quality of air in the vicinity of the landfill. And of course, this also has an effect on your health. But this doesn't just affect humans and the environment. There is the immediate concern regarding the welfare of the wildlife that comes into contact with these chemicals. It's not uncommon for animals to suffer horrifically painful deaths resulting from chemical contamination. In the last episode, where we discussed the damage done to the environment and how to be more environmentally friendly, I spoke of plastic pollution and how we can all do our part to reduce it. And here, that is a start to reducing our waste. The impact of landfills can differ across roads damaged by heavy vehicles and the deaths of scavengers like rats, birds, and even people, and irritants like dust, pests, noise, and odour. Not only this, but garbage buried in landfill sites break down at a very slow rate and remain a problem for future generations. And just like plastic pollution, it has an effect on the economy and your wallet. Those landfill sites are paid for by local taxpayers, And a typical landfill costs $20 million or more to build, not to mention the millions of dollars per year to operate. Landfills also have an effect on the way we think nearly everywhere we go. For example, you buy a meal from McDonald's, you will throw away everything that came with that meal. The plastic sauce container and its foil top, the container that the meal came in, the paper cup, the plastic lid, the plastic straw, and again, we look at plastic pollution and the impact it has on the environment, native ecosystems, and your health. So, how can we get rid of our waste? Well, burning waste would be another way to dispose of the waste we produce. But that causes just as many environmental problems because plastics tend to produce toxic substances when they are burnt. Gases from incineration would cause air pollution and would probably contribute to acid rain, and the ash would contain heavy metals and other toxins. But burning the waste can generate energy, and there are optional schemes at the moment, such as the Renewable Energy Association, by just throwing things away, waste resources. It wastes raw material and energy used in making them, and it wastes money. So reducing waste means less environmental impact, less resource and energy used, and it saves money. So what can you do at home to reduce your waste and your environmental impact? Let's continue to work together towards a happier, healthier planet. Because the healthier the planet is, the healthier the human population will be. I can only hope you will take these tips and pointers into consideration and use them so that we can be more environmentally friendly. Thanks for watching, all you beautiful eco warriors out there. See you next time, and I hope you enjoyed.